In 1720, Conrad Weisel, a German immigrant to colonial Pennsylvania, after struggling to find a version of Christianity that would fit his theological needs, Weisel isolated himself from the world along the banks of the Cocalico Creek, hoping to live as a hermit in the rural American countryside. However, as more and more people were drawn to his teachings, he eventually established the community of Ephrata in 1732. Following a unique form of Protestant monasticism, where Weisel would encourage his followers to commit to detailed schedules of work and prayer. At 5 a.m. in the morning, the members of the community would wake up, and for the next hour, they would be left alone to have some time to either study or engage in a silent prayer. If it was Saturday, the members would get ready by dressing in clean white robes for the worship service. But on other days of the week, they would wear rough gray clothes instead. And as this was a celibate community, if members were already married when they joined, they would also have to wear gray to signal that. At 6 a.m., the members would begin work for the day, either patching clothes, spinning yarn, washing old laundry, or cooking. But besides a small snack of an apple or some bread, there would be no meal during this time. After a few hours of work at around 9 a.m., the members would have some time for themselves, to either take a walk or study. At 10 in the morning, the members would return to work, and now that the sun had risen, there would be enough light for gardening, milking the cows, making candles, or weaving some baskets. At noon, there would be another hour for silent prayer, or to practice penmanship in the German language. At 1 in the afternoon, the work would begin again. The female members of the cloister usually continued to work in the gardens, while the men would farm, work in the mills, build furniture, or operate the printing press. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, there would be another short study break. And at 6, there'd be the first and only meal of the day, which would be a simple dinner of barley with milk, pumpkin mush with cottage cheese, bread with butter, as well as some water to drink. From 7 to 9, there would be an evening study session, where the members of the community would either practice singing in the choir, or continue to learn German calligraphy. At 9, after the study session, the members would return to their chambers and sleep for about 3 hours, on narrow wooden benches, with a thin blanket and a block of solid wood for a pillow. This was done so the members couldn't easily drift off to sleep and experience dreams. At midnight, the members would wake up for a worship service, taking a phrase from the Bible literally, mentioning how Jesus would return unexpectedly, like a thief in the night. The members wishing to stay awake for this event would take turns standing watch for the next 2 hours. If God did not return, then they would go back to their beds at around 2 and sleep till 5, when they would wake up again to start a new day. And this routine would be repeated every week for decades, until the death of the leader, Conrad Weisel, in 1768. As a celibate community, and now without a charismatic leader to attract new followers, Ephrata gradually began to become smaller and smaller, until the last celibate member passed away in 1813. The community was carried on by a few married members, but as the United States began to expand, the children of these members, hoping to find greater opportunities out west, also began to leave. After shaking hands several times over the next few centuries, the state of Pennsylvania eventually acquired the property in 1941. Today, after several years of restoration, Ephrata serves as a museum for the public, preserving the memory of a community that was founded almost 300 years ago. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. And thanks to my patrons, Ontroid and DC, who's the first person to join the Prime Minister level for my Patreon.